Live from Lexington, this is Fox 56 News. Now, breaking news.
We begin tonight with breaking news. A Dry Ridge State Trooper shot multiple times and a manhunt underway for the gunman. Good evening, I'm Imani Payne. Information about this shooting is still coming into our newsroom right now, but here's what we know so far. We're told the trooper was shot while conducting a traffic stop just before 4:30 this afternoon on Delta Court in Cynthiana. The suspect took off from the scene while the trooper was rushed to the hospital. The trooper was shot multiple times but was wearing a bulletproof vest. We're told they were responsive on their way to the ER. Now, Fox 56's Georgia MacArthur joins us now live from the scene of this shooting. Georgia, it looks like still a very active police presence there. Tell us what you're seeing and hearing there on the ground.
Yes, good evening, Imani. Like you said, a pretty active scene. I'm here on Delta Court in Harrison County where we see several police cars in a cul-de-sac down the road. There are multiple police officers on the scene trying to kind of figure out what is going on, what has happened this afternoon. If you take a look behind me, we are seeing that a Kentucky State Police has just drove in. We even hear a couple of chatter in the background, pretty active officers. I'm not sure if they're speaking to somebody or not, but we hear a few police officers talking. We have some yellow tape that they have us backed a few feet. Again, we don't have a lot of information to go off of, but like I said, this is a pretty active scene where several Kentucky State Troopers are active on this investigation. I'll continue to have more information as I see it. Again, it's very dark, it's snowing, and we are not very clear on much of the information that we have, but we'll continue to follow this story. For now, I'm live in Harrison County. Georgia MacArthur for Fox 56 News.
We'll check back in with you in a bit, Georgia. Thank you. Now, we know that trooper was shot multiple times and rushed to the hospital for care. We continue our team coverage with Fox 56's Danielle Miskell. She joins us now live outside of UK Hospital where the trooper was taken. Danielle, any word on the trooper's condition?
Imani, there were a band of brothers escorting their fellow officer here to the UK hospital from Harrison County Hospital just moments ago. So we don't know too much about his injuries. What we do know is that the officer was wearing his vest when he was shot multiple times. He was then found by wildlife officer and he was transported to Harrison County Hospital before he was brought here to the UK hospital. Now, when it comes to officer-involved shootings, it's going to take time for the investigations, but what we do know is that those suspects are on the loose, and for now the trooper is here being treated for his injuries and he is stable and responsive. Live at the UK Albert Chandler ER Emergency Department, Danielle Miskell, Fox 56 News.
We're hoping that bulletproof vests help prevent some damage there, Danielle. Thank you. Now, we know this is a lot of information coming in, so let's recap here. The state trooper was conducting a traffic stop in Cynthiana when they were shot multiple times. Now, luckily, they were wearing a bulletproof vest, like you just heard. The trooper was transported to UK Hospital and was responsive and stable at last check. Now, we are, of course, going to stay on top of this story. For the latest information on this breaking, developing situation, head to our website. That's fox56news.com or download our mobile app. Now, switching gears, we saw our fair share of snow earlier today, and even more of it may be on the way heading into the weekend. Meteorologist David Aldridge joins us now with more on what we can expect. David.
Well, some good news, Imani. We're talking about this tapering off this evening. In fact, winter weather advisories expire at 10 o'clock, just a few hours from now. But there still could be some damage done from the snow that's still falling around Georgetown, Paris, back toward Winchester. And there are streaks of areas where it may be more intense than others. So a trace to 2, again, across the board. But there's a few squalls that may produce maybe laying out extra inch. Some might have locally 3 inches. But we've had officially 1.1 inches of snow at Bluegrass Airport in Lexington. Again, until 10 o'clock for Fayette County, areas south and east like Jackson. Clay will run till 6 in the morning based on the timing from the National Weather Service in Jackson. But we've had now 15.1 inches of snow so far, which eclipses the entire season. Think about that. And it's only the 28th of January. We're looking for lows tonight around 10 above, but right now we're in the 20s and it feels like it's in the teens. Overnight lows is going to be feeling like -3 to 3 above. Imani, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Continuing our snow coverage, we turn now to a community that is in desperate need of shelter in severe weather conditions. Earlier today, Fox 56's Danielle Miskell spoke to people at the Hope Center experiencing homelessness.
Like I say, it's very important to us. Like I said, if it wasn't for this place, Exactly. We would probably freeze to death.
Shelters are seeing extra foot traffic today as one by one, people come off the streets looking for a warm bed.
Like I said, I mean, I'd be living in a tent right now if it wasn't this place, and I probably wouldn't have made it through the winter.
Sheriff Kathy Witt says through their winter care program, her team is actively asking the homeless if they'd like a ride to the shelter. Surprisingly, the answer is not always yes.
And they don't want to come in, but usually when it gets this cold, that is sort of the conduit that actually gets them into shelter.
Sheriff Witt remembers one woman who turned her life around almost 7 years ago, the day she decided to get out of the cold.
I mean, she would stay right outside the courthouse, no matter the weather, rain, sleet, snow. But it was the day that this lady in particular, Jenny, said to her, "Today, is this your day to get housed?" And she held her hand out, and she took her hand, and she's been housed ever since.
Catholic Charities, the Hope Center, and the Salvation Army are a few spots where the homeless seek shelter on cold days. Major Bill Garrett says with the past cold month, the number of homeless coming in has been up an extra 30 to 40 people.
Yes, a lot of people are desperately cold, and this shelter is truly a blessing.
You know, people do have an opportunity to, especially on these excessively cold nights, which we just seem to keep having day after day lately, that there's a place for them to go. And, you know, even now we're still taking people.
And with more expected to come, he says space won't be an issue.
So we have chairs that kind of flatten out into beds for the evening. We also have cots. So we will make space available.
That was Danielle Miskell reporting. Despite many school districts canceling class today, Fayette County Public Schools operated on a normal schedule. The decision disappointed some of the school bus drivers who felt road conditions were not safe enough. The district spokesperson released a statement saying, in part, the safety of students and staff is always our #1 consideration when making decisions about snow days, and said after addressing road conditions this morning, they felt the right decision was made. The London Police Department is remembering one of their own tonight. Officer Travis Hurley has died following 21 years of service. He retired just last year as a lieutenant and was also a canine handler. The police department says they're thankful for the lasting impact he made on the community. Major job announcements out of the governor's office this week. More than 1,200 new jobs on their way to the Commonwealth. Fox 56's Bodie Brooks working to understand what's behind the big business boom.
The past 2 years have brought so many challenges for so many of us across the Commonwealth, but it has also brought incredible economic momentum.
Governor Andy Beshear says we are no longer a flyover state, but the destination. Avoiding pandemic-related shortfalls, Kentucky appears to be coming out strong, and the numbers back it up.
It's been up and down, but last year was just by far our record-setting year for economic development announcements. The big Ford battery plant was more than half of it.
Mark Green, editor of the Lane Report, says the momentum has been building over the past decade. 2021 brought in more than $11 billion in economic development announcements, promising 18,000 jobs. And it couldn't have happened without trust.
The administration takes some credit, and they do deserve some credit. They are continuing to establish that level of trust with the business community.
Kentucky is also prime real estate with a wealth of small communities able to develop intimate connections with their businesses and a central location for e-commerce.
We have lots and lots of logistics, which is like warehousing and order fulfillment that happens out of Kentucky. And it's because we are located in the middle of the eastern half of the United States, which is the biggest, richest market in the world.
And that's not the only industry outperforming the odds. Auto manufacturing, primary metals, bourbon, and agritech also seeing growth.
When somebody does a project, they want to turn it around, get in operation, and get their products into market as fast as they can. And Kentucky's been getting it done for them.
That was Bodie Brooks reporting. We now know the name of the person who died in a Frankfurt house fire. He's been identified as 63-year-old Anthony Graham. The coroner's office says the man died of smoke inhalation during the fire on Bradley Street Thursday. The cause of the fire, though, is still under investigation. Still to come, new political polls released today. We take a look at approval ratings for the top politicians in our state.
Friday means basketball in the Bluegrass and High School Sports Extra on Fox 56. Follow your school and show your spirit with High School Sports Extra tonight at 10:40. Sponsored by Monticello Bank.
Making your home beautiful is what we do. We're Burke Furniture with quality sofas, sectionals, bedrooms, and dining rooms, all at a price you're going to love. We're Lexington's most exciting furniture store. A beautiful home begins at Burke's.
Why do more people trust Baptist Health with their hearts? It's because we put you at the center of everything we do. From our treatment innovations and skilled teams who deliver care that revolves around your unique needs, to our full circle approach that keeps us by your side at every step. This is heart care that helps you return to the things your life revolves around. Because this is heart care centered on you.
Step into the new when you drive a Chevy. It's time for a fresh approach and a new perspective. Meet new friends or reconnect with some old ones and find the Chevy that's right for you. Find new experiences, find new roads. Step into the new with a new Chevy. Very well qualified buyers can get 0% financing on most Chevy vehicles. Plus, current competitive owners get an additional $750 bonus cash. See your Kentucky Select Chevy dealers.
When you or a loved one is seriously injured in a car wreck that wasn't your fault, you feel like you're losing control. Hughes & Coleman is here for you.
We can get you every dollar you deserve and need. Control starts with a call. Hughes & Coleman, 800-800-4600.
For your next clogged drain, don't call a general plumber, call a specialist. The experts at Lex Reuter specialize in clogged drains and pipes. We offer preventative maintenance and 24-hour emergency service for your peace of mind. Lex Reuter, we keep you flowing.
Solid wood, American-made bedrooms from Artisan & Post at Burke Furniture. Made in the hills of Virginia by over 600 artisans. You can choose your style and choose your finish. Artisan & Post bedrooms. Sold exclusively in Lexington at Burke Furniture.
With the Usos out of the picture, can Seth freaking Rollins dethrone the Universal Champion Roman Reigns? It's an all-new edition of Friday Night SmackDown. Live at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, tonight on Fox.
And we are still following developments on a breaking story where this afternoon a Kentucky state trooper was shot multiple times while conducting a traffic stop. We know that trooper was transported from Cynthiana to UK Hospital here in Lexington. He is stable and responsive. That's what we knew while he was being transported, but we will continue to update you as we learn more information. Now, new polls released today show both Governor Andy Beshear and Senator Rand Paul are rising in popularity. Beshear's approval rating has increased 5 points over the past year, bringing it to 60%, while Kentuckians who don't approve of the job he's doing went down 4 points to 32%. The poll also showed Senator Rand Paul is comfortably ahead in his re-election race, polling at 55%. Top Democratic challenger Charles Booker is currently polling at just 39%. Protesters gather in Ontario, and the Australian Prime Minister is pledging big dollars to save the Great Barrier Reef. Those stories and more as we go around the world in 56. The gun used by Kyle Rittenhouse to shoot 3 people during protests in Wisconsin will be destroyed. A Kenosha County judge approved its destruction today. Rittenhouse says he wants his assault-style rifle destroyed so it won't be used as a political symbol or trophy celebrating the shootings. And people gathered in Ontario to protest the Canadian government's COVID-19 mandate for cross-border drivers. The group is demanding an end to a new government rule. Under the mandate, unvaccinated American truckers can be turned away at the Canadian border. Australia pledges big dollars to help improve the Great Barrier Reef. The Prime Minister is promising another $1 billion Australian over the next 9 years to improve the health of the natural wonder. That amounts to more than $400 million US. The National Restaurant Association is calling for more government help as Omicron cases continue to spread. They say the variant is adding to business problems. Members say more than 3/4 of restaurants believe things are worse now than 3 months ago. And we are still on the scene of this trooper shooting and at the hospital where that trooper was taken. Ready to give you the latest information. Still an active scene out there. We are still waiting for an update on that trooper's condition and the suspect's location as well.
It's trade month at your local Honda dealer. Trade your vehicle in for a new Honda and get more for your trade today than ever before. Then save thousands with 0.9% financing. Search your local Honda dealer today.
With West Shore Home, you can get a brand new shower or bath for as little as $99 a month. That includes them completely removing what you have right now and installing the brand new shower system that you designed yourself. Choose the color of your shower pan, the color and texture of the walls, what style seat you want. Even choose from a variety of shower heads to find the perfect fit for your new shower space. And the best part, they top it off with their one-day installation, leaving you wondering how home remodeling could be this easy. Don't delay. Call the number on your screen right now to get your new shower or bath for as little as $99 a month.
At Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, you'll find countless chairs, including our legendary Lazy Boy recliner, in styles to meet your every need. And yes, that includes naps. Announcing the shadow sale at Lazy Boy. For a limited time only, you can save up to 35% store-wide. Plus, you'll receive 24 months special financing on your purchase. And rest well, knowing everyone's happy. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Live life comfortably.
What is an overpass? Come on. Question, is that an S or a 5?
I think it's a 5.
I thought so. Frustration loading.
Nobody wants more robot tests, but we could all use more ways to save.
Star latte for Rob Ott or Rob Ott.
Error human.
Switch to Geico for more ways to save.
Join Planet Fitness today for zero enrollment. Zero. Like a bagel. And it's only $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Bagels are awesome.
Enjoy tons of equipment for zero enrollment.
Zero enrollment?
And $10 a month.
That makes me so happy.
You know what else will make you happy? Blowing off steam in our judgment-free zone. But the part that'll really get you going is that post-workout high. Look at that glow.
Oh, it's all natural.
It's this place, I tell you.
Feel Fit-tacular in 2022 for zero enrollment, $10 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends February 2nd.
Drive, the best pre-owned vehicles. Drive with 0.99% financing. Drive Honda Certified. Certified to drive with a 182-point inspection, a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty, and 0.99%. Search your local Honda dealer today.
Now, if you're just joining us, this is a live picture of the scene where just hours ago, a Kentucky state trooper was shot multiple times while conducting a traffic stop. He was transferred from Cynthiana to UK Hospital here in Lexington, where he was stable and responsive. We'll continue to update you both on air and online as we learn more information.
Now, your forecast from Fox 56 News, the weather authority.
Well, snow continues to fall right outside our Fox 56 studio. Looks like about 1.5 inches or so and counting. This is one of those forecasts that has a surprise factor because it's connected to the winter hurricane you've heard probably so much about in the national news. All weather is interconnected. All of it is connected. But this is outside on East High Street and Fontaine Road. Well, let me take another look because this is one snow picture. We can jump ahead and show you another snow picture. This is on Mount Vernon on I-75. A little bit of black ice, I'm sure, is going to be forming in some areas, so you want to be extra careful because this is likely to wind down before 10 p.m. Why that? That's when the winter weather advisory expires. It's 10 o'clock. But down towards, say, Country Music Highway near Jenkins, is still some snow and a little bit of icy roads, I'm sure, developing as well. So those are just 3 pictures. Let me show you. We actually had a squall warning. Not often is that seen. A snow squall warning in Jefferson County from 5:15 to 6:15. That's expired. But this just gives you an indication that there is some intense snow embedded in some of these snow showers. So if someone got 3 inches, wouldn't surprise me. Because of that winter hurricane, the dynamics of what goes up must come down. And this is all going to be working its way down and out of the picture in just a short period of time. Snow showers end tonight. Bitter cold again Saturday, partly sunny on Sunday, and then high clouds dry on Monday. So we're actually going to see a warming trend, but not until later next week. Temperatures right now, 26 in Lexington. We have 30 in Danville, 30 in Hazard, and 30 in Williamsburg. And it's snowing and wind chills in the teens. So what do we expect for Saturday? Well, some improvement in that regard. It's going to be bitter cold. Early clouds will give way to some sunshine, but we'll get up to about mid-20s. That's about it. Start off around 10. Wind chills -3 to 3. That's not very good. That's certainly going to make want to stay in bed a little bit longer. But there's the monster storm. Look at that. That's just moving. Look at the big cities of Boston and New York are likely to get hammered with snow. They like to call it a winter hurricane, maybe a bomb, but that's just more meteorological geek speak to say it's a powerful storm. It's going to have high gusts and blowing and drifting and heavy snows affecting those areas along New England as well. But we will see some sunshine as a result. But we're seeing some of the snow showers now picking up a little bit in intensity. So as this pushes from north to south, Temperatures will get colder by 10 o'clock into the upper teens. By tomorrow morning around 10, I see a 6 in Flemingsburg. That's not sounding very good. And then we'll be finishing the day around 27 in Lexington tomorrow afternoon. And then we head into Sunday. I think the winds will pick up. Our lows may get in the upper teens and then see them rise a bit by 7 a.m. But by the time Sunday is finished, we should nudge about 41 degrees. That's an improvement. But that's just the start of the warmer air that'll try to get in here later next week. So let me go from the Futurecast to tonight. Snow showers will continue, but they'll taper most likely after 10 p.m. in most cases. Frigid with the wind chill -3 to 3 and the winds 5 to 15. But tomorrow, 28 in Jackson, 28 in Hazard. Doesn't feel all that warm, and the normal high is 43. So we're still well below average tomorrow. 27 early clouds to sun, bitter cold, wind chills in the afternoon only get into the teens. That's not very much improvement either. But here is your Fox 56 Weather Authority forecast. Partly sunny, breezy Sunday. High clouds on Monday, and then a big rainmaker coming in Wednesday, Thursday that could end as a wintry mix. More on that coming up at 10 o'clock tonight. Amani?
It sounds good, David. Thank you. Now let's head over to Mitch for a check-in with sports. Mitch.
Yeah, coming up, we got to get you ready for the Cats on the road once again, and for the second straight Saturday, a chance to be the top 5 team. We hear from Savia Wheeler up next.
Police say he saw an opportunity while shopping and helped himself to $7,000 in jewelry. If you recognize this man, call the anonymous tip line. Bluegrass Crime Stoppers with Kristen Flum on Fox 56 News at 10. Fox 56, the Weather Authority, is sponsored by Fayette Heating and Air, committed to providing safe, professional, and courteous service to every customer every time. Fayette Heating and Air is your one-stop solution for your HVAC and plumbing needs.
This can't be right.
Trouble with your taxes? You know, filing your taxes doesn't have to be complicated. With TaxAct, filing is simple. Incoming! Switch to TaxAct and start for free.
TaxAct. Make 2022 the year for you with a brand new Hyundai from Cronin Hyundai. Drive home a new 2022 Hyundai Santa Fe for only $219 per month. Backed by America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty with Hyundai Assurance plus complimentary maintenance. Only at Cronin Hyundai.
For 50 years, you've let Furniture World Superstore help make your house a home. Whether it's family movie night, dinner, or just a good night's sleep, we're a local, family-owned store, and we've been bringing Central Kentucky the lowest prices on beautiful, brand-name furniture for half a century, and financing to make refurnishing easy and affordable. Furniture World Superstore, celebrating our 50th year in Lexington, Richmond, Georgetown, Mount Sterling, Danville, Moorhead, and Somerset.
At the University of Louisville, we don't just live in the city lives within us. We are the flag bearers of a more worthy tomorrow, driven to unite and build and imagine and inspire. Many determined faces, one red heart. Cardinals are leading the charge to help a better world take flight here and beyond.
This can't be right.
Trouble with your taxes? You know, filing your taxes doesn't have to be complicated. With TaxAct, filing is simple. Incoming! Switch to TaxAct and start for free.
TaxAct.
You know who I am?
Well, there's only one 9-year-old in high school, and you still have your baby teeth.
She knows who I am. It's going well.
The next Young Sheldon, tonight at 7. Now, Fox 56 Sports.
It's another Saturday with all eyes fixated on Kentucky men's basketball. The Big 12 SEC Challenge's marquee matchup tomorrow, the 12th-ranked Wildcats at 5th-ranked Kansas. A change, or a chance, at least, for UK to jump back inside the top 10 with a win today. John Calipari is saying Ty Washington, Jacob Toppin, and Damian Collins all missed practice on Thursday. And as far as them playing on Saturday, the famous words where he hasn't seen them yet. Savia Wheeler, though, is ready to go. Kentucky's point guard says this type of game brings the best out of Big Blue.
It's just another one of those things, like I mentioned earlier, being able to come here to play against the best of the best. And, you know, it's going to be our third Blue Blood. We played Duke, first game of the year, played North Carolina, and playing a great team, a great challenge for us on the road at Kansas tomorrow night. So This is why you come to Kentucky, to compete against the best and go out there and, like you said, compete and hopefully win that game.
Tip-off for Wheeler and the Cats set for 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Fox 56 Sports will have live post-game coverage tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. Now, yesterday we saw a new head football coach named at Lafayette. Today, another Lexington High School making a change. Jonathan Hawks named the new head coach today at Tates Creek for the football team. He's been the wide receivers coach since 2011, outside of stepping away for a couple of seasons to complete his master's degree. But today, his teammates, or his new team, I should say, excited to see him take over this program. You can see the dedication he has for the school.
We're just going to train. We're going to train. We're going to train. That's the one thing that I will tell y'all. We will be trained and we will be disciplined. You know, I'm a speed guy. I love track, so but we will have a hard work ethic. We will give effort every day. But the thing that separates us and will separate us is the parent support.
As you heard him, he coaches track as well, so going to be fun to see how fast that team is in the fall. We've got High School Sports Extra coming up tonight at 10 o'clock. We'll see you then. Imani?
All right, Mitch, thank you. Now, we're still following a developing situation of a trooper shot while conducting a traffic stop just before 4:30 this afternoon on Delta Court in Cynthiana. That's where we find Fox 56's Georgia MacArthur. She's been there all evening long and has an update for us.
Yes, good evening, Imani. I am on Delta Court in a dark cul-de-sac. Again, there's several police cars still trying to piece together information. Just minutes ago, we saw a crime scene investigation unit truck come in and out of this cul-de-sac area. And again, several police officers are still on the scene. We got an update from a Kentucky State Trooper who says briefly they haven't had any new information other than this Kentucky State Trooper was shot multiple times while on duty. Again, a crime scene investigation unit, and again, more investigators are pretty much arriving to the scene shortly. And again, coming up at Fox 56 at 10:30, we'll have more new information on this scene. Live in Harrison County, Georgia MacArthur, Fox 56 News.
Georgia, thank you, and thank you all so much for joining us tonight. We will have an update on that trooper shot in our newscast tonight at 10. Good night.